Daniel's chili. The secret to a fabulous chili is to load it up with great vegetables. Now, a lot of you say, oh, my family doesn't like vegetables. Well, here's some tricks and hints that will help you hide your vegetables in this chili. First thing we're going to do is use our food processor, and we're going to S-blade the carrots, the onions, the mushrooms, the peppers, and the zucchini till they're fine and small. Then we're going to hide them in our sauce. So let's get started. As we S-blade our vegetables, we're going to add them right into our pot for sautéing. We don't need to worry about rinsing out our food processor until we're completely done, because all these vegetables are going to be mixed together in the pot. The finer you S-blade it, the easier it is to hide in the sauce. Pretty soon we'll have a pot full of vegetables for the base of our chili. I like to use the pulse feature to ensure that all the vegetables get cut up smooth and even without pureeing the bottom ones. Now that we have all our vegetables in our pot, let's go ahead and add garlic and a cup of water to saute so it doesn't burn on the bottom. Now we found doing this over the last couple of years that if you want a richer flavor, you can go ahead and saute in carrot juice instead of water. Just substitute one for one. Take a good look at all the vegetables in this pot. This is a hearty, hearty pot of mixed vegetables that can be taken one of 3 or 4 different directions. Today we're making them into Daniel's chili, and I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. But you can take the same vegetable base and turn it into marinara, or you can turn it into a tomato bisque soup, or a chowder, a vegetable chowder, just chuck-loaded full of delicious vegetables. While our vegetables are sautéing in the pan, we're going to go ahead and create the base for our sauce. To do this, we're going to take 2 large cans of whole tomatoes, and we're going to blend them with some sun-dried tomatoes. If you don't have sun-dried tomatoes or don't want to use sun-dried tomatoes, you can substitute tomato paste, and the more paste you add, the thicker your sauce will be. So let's blend this up. When our vegetables are done sautéing, we're going to pour this sauce over them and hide those vegetables inside this sauce. Then we'll add the rest of our chili ingredients. Combined in our pot, we have all of our vegetables and then the sauce that we blended in the blender. Now we're going to add the rest of the ingredients for our chili. We've got 1 can of diced tomatoes, 1 can of green chilies, our beans, which have been rinsed, drained and rinsed, two cups of frozen corn, our pot's getting full, but it's going to be delicious. And now we're going to season it. Let's stir these veggies in, the beans in, the corn in. And now we'll add our seasonings. We have some oregano, some cumin, some cocoa, not hot chocolate, but baking cocoa, and our chili powder. And then we're going to add just a little bit of bouillon to mellow the flavors and help them blend. We're going to stir all this in, bring it to a boil, and let it simmer until our vegetables are tender and the flavors have combined. Combined in this pot of chili, we have all kinds of vegetables as well as legumes. Both the vegetables and the legumes are in the top 5 on the nutrient density chart. This is such a stable food for your blood sugars. It's delicious. It's a staple for most families. They make a big pot of this every week, eat it over baked potatoes or as is over rice. It's absolutely wonderful. Very versatile. Additional servings can be set aside in containers and frozen for later use. Our Daniel's chili is done. This delicious hearty dish is full of vegetables that are hidden in the sauce. Our children love corn, so we're happy to leave the corn out where they can see it because we know they're happy to eat it. If your family is vegetarian, this is a hearty, substantial meal. It's a great way to get lots of extra vegetables and legumes in. If you're not vegetarian, a little bit of meat, animal-based product, will go a long way in this dish and look like a lot more than it really is because of the hearty nature and the substantial vegetable base of this chili. Daniel's chili.